So hello and welcome. Today I will be demonstrating our game called the Capybara Dodge. So this is a simple but fun survival game where you guide a capybara and try to dodge the falling bombs for as long as possible. So when the game starts, you are greeted by the home screen. At the top, you can see the game title, which is the Capybara Dodge, along with a cute capybara sprite. So below the title, there are two main buttons, as you can see here. The two main buttons are the play button, where you can start the game, and the quit button, which closes the game. So this screen acts as the main hub for starting and exiting the game. So once you press the play button, the game transitions into the main level where our capybara appears standing on the ground, ready to move. As you can see, the environment features a pixel art landscape with trees, ocean, water, and bright skies, helping to set a calm but exciting tone. So for our main objective, it is simple. Just survive as long as you can. The bombs begin to fall from the sky at a random positions. Your job is just to move the capybara from left to right using the arrow from your keyboard or the A and D. That's all. As time goes on, the bombs may fall faster or more frequently, making the challenge even harder. So for our scoring system, your score will only be based on the time that you have survived. A timer starts as soon as the game begins and it keeps counting upward. The longer you dodge the bombs, the higher your score will be. That's for our scoring system. So if a bomb hits the capybara, the game will end. That's it. If it ends, it will take you to the game over screen where you see a large game over message along with your survival time. Here, as you can see here, this is the survival time. So from here, you can see there is a button where you can restart and attempt to run again. Oh yeah, that's it. So to sum it all up, the Capybara Dodge is a quick, fun, and replayable game. You start at the home screen, enter gameplay by pressing play, dodge bombs for as long as possible, and try to beat the best survival time. It's just simple, charming, and easy for everyone to pick up.
So hello, I'm DJ Limen and I'll be displaying the code, which is the player from CS. So these are the variables and components. The scripts stores are important components and value the player needs. Then animator and sprite renderer for animation and sprite display, and then float horizontal input horizontal, and then input vertical. Start keyboard function, and then movement speed, how the plus player moves, and then RB, the by 2 degrees for physics. Then player died, and even trigger when the player dies. This bar will act as the script's data storage. Then by start, getting component in RB, get components triggered body 2D. The player dodges it triggered body 2D so it can move using physics. Then update, input, get axis horizontal. Every frame, the script reads the player's left and right movement, fixed update, movement and direction. This runs with physics, sets the player velocity based on the horizontal inputs. Reads raw inputs like inputs horizontal, input vertical. And applies excess force if moving. Is the character left or right by changing transport. In Lapas kayo kapag nakapunta sa left and then nakaharap din sa left or right or right. And the next is solution. Solution detecting bombs. Balo. When the players collides with something tag bomb, player died. Invoke sends that event signal. And then destroy game object. Removes the player from the game. That's all for the player points ES. This is the main menu points ES. So these are major parts of the code. Loading, understands, public void player game, and then scene manager, load scene, sync, game sense. These functions loads the scene name, then scene. It is usually connected to a play button by UI. So next is the public void. Quitting the game, public void, quitting. Hello. Yes. Yung application quit. Um, this closes the game application. It is usually for quit button. Um, like like I did simple summary conclusion. So player game sends the player to the game scene, and then yung quit game naman is exits the game. This kit is used is in the main menu for button action. That's it for the main analysis. I will be explaining the game controller here. So these are the variables set up. Player, reference to the player script, and the game over canvas, UI that appears when the player dies. Timer, text, shows the timer on the screen, and also the data structure that are used here, which is the float, time stores, new float play. Array that stores the last 5 time results, and then score index that struck where the next score should be placed. And the next is public void. Void is the initial setup. Connects to the player died event so the game controller can read. So make sure the game over UI is hidden at the start. So lastly, if the player dies. This function runs when the player dies, stores the final time into the array, moves to the next slot in the array, and then shows the game over screen. Then stops the time or gameplay is needed. That's all. So, hello, once again, I will be explaining code, which is the main menu points ES. So, these are the major parts of the code. Loading, understands, public void player game, and then scene manager, load scene, sync, game sense. These functions loads the scene name, then scene. It is usually connected to a play button by UI. So next is the public void. Quitting the game, public void, quitting. Hello. Yes. Yung application kit. This closes the game application. It is usually for quit button. Like I did simple summary conclusion. So player game sends the player to the game scene, and then yung quit game naman is exits the game. This kit is used is in the main menu for button action. That's it for the main analysis. Okay.
So next we have here is the falling bomb. The falling bomb script is very simple, but it's also very important. Its only job is to detect when a bomb hits something. As soon as a bomb collides with anything, the script destroys that bomb. So this prevents bombs from piling up on the screen and helps the game running smoothly. So basically, each bomb removes itself from the moment it makes contact. And finally, the last function we have here is the bomb fall controller. So this script is the one that actually creates the bombs. When the game starts, it uses invoke repeating to call the fall function over and over again. Each time the function is called, it spawns a new bomb at a random spot along the x-axis, but always from the same height. This gives the effect of bomb falling from above in different locations. In other words, the script generates the main obstacle in the game by dropping bombs continuously.